All right, there it is. Oh my.
This video is brought to you in part by Tru Tech Tools. Quality tools, essential support.
Well guys, we are heading to a call on a freezer that's up to 40 degrees. Let's see what's going on. Today is Saturday, it's overtime, and let's see what's shaking. All right, that was my brother. I just passed that to give him a talk. So anyhow, I'm heading up here, and I am here now. Let's take a look at this freezer and see what we got going on. I started this thing up back in 14, I believe it was, and I may have made a video on the cooler. All right, let's go over here and go in and see what's going on with this freezer. All right, let's get this pony show going.
The fans aren't running, but it's cooling. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of holding temp, but just the fans ain't running.
Right. Because this morning I was placing an order, it got up to 50, and then it's cooling, coming back down.
Okay.
So I don't know.
It was okay yesterday, just at 9 o'clock you said it stopped.
That's what they had said. To be honest, I don't know how long it's been like this.
Okay.
I'm assuming it started yesterday because
All right.
some of the product's frozen, some of it's a little just thawed.
Yeah, a little bit. Holy crap.
I tried looking in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, our coils are a little bit froze up there. Definitely ain't stuck in defrost, but yeah. All right, I gotta go up on the roof and see what we got. Yep. It's either defrost is stuck or we got fan delays not working right, one or the other. I just gotta see what we got here. I can pretty much tell you these aren't it. I think these are just the beer caves and something else. I've done a job or a video on this one once before. That's the beer cave. I think that's just a regular drive-through cooler. If I remember right, it's up here in this roof somewhere. Well, right there's the suction line all frosted and froze up, and the cooler is right there. Oh boy. Let's get up there and take a peek-a-poo and see what we got going on. Unfortunately, I got to drive through. I know some of you people find this kind of interesting, but literally you don't have to get out of your car. You can just drive right on through and get your goodies. All right, there it is. All right, there's one of the most dangerous ass freaking roofs you could ask for. We're just at the borderline of freezing area because obviously you can see the water over there. Just walking along, about break your leg trying to get over this piece of crap. Stupid shit they put up on these damn roofs, pain in the ass. So it's running, which tells me the fans aren't getting power to them. It's chances of both fans going out, I doubt it, unless they've been sitting there with one out for a while. Those condenser fans are running. Clamps that came off, that's nice. Yeah, you're not doing crap with that. So anyhow, let's get this thing open, make sure we're getting power down to the fans. I'm wondering if there's something wrong with our clock sending it down there. I started this December 22nd of 14. This is 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 months after you starting here. Yeah, 9 pounds, 404. So it's got one of them junk digital defrost clocks that usually ain't worth a tick. Got some fuses right here. See what those fuses go to. You can barely read the freaking schematics here. I don't know why they're coming off, but not helping a whole lot. There's one fuse, there's the other fuse. Those go. Low and high pressure switches, low temp. Let's just check to see if they're any good. All right, we're going up here to N to 4. And we've got 242. N to 3, which is your defrost. 5. Just some stray stuff going on, and then obviously N to 1 to 2, 242. So we are getting power sent downstairs, which is the 20 wire here. That's going down to here, and that should be going down on this black one, which is going to number 4, and these letters are falling off. You got your defrost right there. They've got that hooked into an interlock to the contactor. That way it doesn't energize both at the same time like I'm gonna do right now. Does not look like it's energizing. So let's go ahead and put this thing into a defrost. I heard the click for the solenoid over there. We like putting our solenoids close to the units, cheaper, faster, and easier, unless we have a long line set. I don't know why they do it, it's just the way they do it. If you've ever had to deal with the TXV with that thing frozen in there, it sucks. Pumping down now. This thing's pressure switch is over there. So as soon as that kicks out, that contactor should engage and we should get some amperage here. Let's see if it does it. It took forever to pump down, but we are pulling 7.2 amps. The coil down there is kind of frosted up a little bit, so we need to get this thing thawed out and make sure that we can get to that coil. We're gonna go ahead and let this defrost for a touch. I'll bet you what we got going on now is the defrost termination switch, which is also your fan delay, and that's most likely open. All right, we got the panel off here. You can see where I had my notes in there. I wrote what superheat I had it on there also, but everything's secured. Yeah, you can hear the defrost heaters clicking and melting. So the heaters work. I'm trying to find the defrost termination switch on a bone unit. Usually it's on this side, I thought. This one, you know, it's just like anything. Some of them either be exactly the same, some of them are nothing alike. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop over to this other side. If I remember right, these were given to us to install. You can't read the schematic for jack crap. I mean, you can, but you can't. But when you look here at the ordeal here, you got one that should probably be attached to that piece there, that stub, but it's fallen off. You've got a limit up here that has gotten way too hot and it's melted, you know, somewhat. That needs to be replaced, but it's letting power through. And then here is number 4, comes in on this one and then jumps from there over to something. Boy, them crimp-ons definitely are not mine. I didn't do any of the wiring. I just made sure it was right, and I was only here for 4 months at the time, so I wouldn't have probably said a whole lot. There's 3 for the defrost heater, which obviously goes to the red thing, which goes to the heater elements. And then N is the other side of power. So we need to follow 4, which is this red one, which goes back there to that area there, and find out which ones, where's my fans are at. Because you can see the H's for heaters, those are live. And let's get that fan set up. And we need to see if we can't either put a defrost termination on here, or what I might end up doing, if I can get a good serial number, if there is one even on here somewhere, they can be read. I'll order the exact OEM parts and just wire the fan. I have a 3-wire switch that I could use, but I'd have to just mount it up there, which would be fine. But if I can get the right one and come back and do it that way, I think that's what I'll do. All right, the black and blue wire there is the termination, and you can see it's connected just fine. The one that actually is the fan delay is this one right here. And it looks to me that mainly it's just because it was probably just sitting there on it and not actually attached. I don't see, yeah, there it is. You see it right down there, there's a piece of metal. That thing broke off, or fell off. We might be able to just reattach it and it might be fine. If it wasn't touching, it never would have brought the fan on and it would have got, you know, mediocre temperature. This fan comes on. 45 is the limit, so it probably opens at 45 and closes below it. But you can see that brown and red comes around to come, well, right there. It's really hard to see here. I'm literally scrunched in here like this trying to get to it, and we're kind of standing on shelving to try to get up to it because they got all their crap in the way. So yeah, let's get that thing attached to it and we'll let it freeze down for a minute, see if it kicks on. Okay, down in there. There's a little thingamajiggy. And then what that does, that actually locks back onto it like that. Let's go ahead and get that in place. And I'll need both hands because I forgot my GoPro. I had it in the house trying to do a video and the call came in. So this is going to be Saturday's video because I Couldn't find the second part of my other video, and that's what threw everything off today. Lucky you, you're gonna get today's video today. Today's call today. Something like that, whatever. All right, so the termination switch up there top just met. We were able to get that back on. You can see that the bracket is back on that. So that, I never have liked these where you can take them apart. I'd rather be permanently locked on there. Now, anyhow, it locks in there like that. I'm gonna bend it a little bit, put it on there again, and then get it locked in. I got it reattached again. You can see how cold that looks to me. I think that switch might be bad. We can do one of two things. We can either jump the red one, which goes from N down to 4 here, and it says H4. Oh, H4. I wonder why it went to H4 for. Just seemed like it was kind of kooky. And as frosted that is, it should be kicking on. It's not. At this point, I'm going to probably have to just go ahead and rewire it with a regular 3-wire deal that we normally use. And I'll mount it up there close to the aluminum, about where they had it before. It'd be nice if it was on the pieces there, or I can just wire it hot and then deal with it then. That's about the only thing you can do. I might just go ahead and just order the right ones. We can just bypass it for now and just let it run. I've been to Wendy's stores where the fan comes on immediately after defrost, and although it's not ideal the way you want to do it, it's just the way, you know, it works. It'll be fine. It doesn't allow the water to drip off the coil as much, so it's kind of an issue that way, but it'll be fine for a few days till we get the right one. All right, so we got them running. What we ended up doing is just chopping the wire. European buddies, eat your heart out. Yep, it's a wire nut. It's one of those things you guys hate. Good enough for today. We're gonna go ahead and just leave these wired. The fans will still shut off when it goes into defrost, but they're not going to run. They're not gonna have a delay when they come on. So let's go ahead and get this back together. I could make that other thing work, but it's just not worth engineering it and then have to take it back apart, and then things don't work right. You get a call back, and we're just gonna do that and get her going. And I had to do it live because I couldn't find the breaker. Everything's about safety. All right, it's running. We're gonna have some of those little driplets and stuff. I've got the one we need right here. My fingers are frozen because they're wet. Let's go up on the roof. Okay, it's only been running for about 3 or 4 minutes. Now that we get the fingers warmed back up, we're already at 28 and dropping. That's gonna bring it down. All the product in there is a little bit warm. Fans are running. Can't really see the sight glass over there. Go ahead and get this back together. I don't know where the other one went. Must not have had one. I think it's missing one. Well, we'll steal that one from there. I'd rather the door be shut than the not having anything here. We'll bring another screw back up when we come back up. Less I got to get up and down on this roof, the better. Really enjoyed that slip and fall thing over there. Just had a safety meeting. Most of your times you get hurt at some slips and falls. Yeah, no shit. So let's see if we can see anything on that. You kinda can't. Looks like it's kinda okay. Pop that off here. There they are, boys and girls. The Kinemic hammer, stripper, tire changer, bakes a cake. I mean, there's nothing this thing can't do. It also can make the ice disappear. It's an ice melter. So we are looking good down there. We are solid as a rock. We are warm like the Bahama Ocean. And everything's just fantastic. Everything's sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns here, boys and girls. So we are good enough for today. Not putting gauges on, any of that crap. We got solid sight glass. Don't see anything broke loose, no oil, anything. Everything looks good to go. If it wasn't charged right, it definitely wouldn't be warm. We wouldn't have sight glass. All those things being said, I'm out of here, guys. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram. Check out some of these other videos before you bounce off out of here. Check out some of these other videos. Check out Ryan over at Hughesman HVAC. Check out Steve at HVAC Everything. Check them guys out. They ain't up here in the corners for nothing, guys. They're who you want to go see. Anyhow, Later.